Michael Irving is done with Mike McCarthy. Let's listen to
When
it.
I see a 79 record and you see how that game played out Sunday, you start saying, well, okay, wow. I know that everybody felt good about December and all of that stuff. I still say it was too little too late. But you can't tell me, oh, we played good in December and then the backups to the team, their backups playing your backups, and they put up a 40 burger on you, and you look like the way you look. I just think it's time to go in another direction, and I hear this late surge to maybe to stay with Mike McCarthy. I'm not on that. I'm not on that bandwagon. What I believe is this team needs.
That boy said he ain't on that bandwagon. Nah. So Mike wanted to get rid of Mike. No more Mike. And he want to bring in another Mike, but we're going to talk about that. So Mike want to get rid of Mike, but he want to bring in another Mike. Let's go with it.
Needs more discipline. I'm not saying Mike McCarthy is not a good coach, X's and O's coach, but I think the team needs more discipline. And sometimes, and it's hard to bring that in when you say, okay, this guy who doesn't have that firm hand and discipline is now going to either bring somebody else in to help him with discipline. And that doesn't work.
That doesn't work. And shout out to Bobby Belt. He said, just a quick review. Losing season as a Cowboys head coach, Mike McCarthy with 2. Jason Garrett with 1. Playoff wins as a head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. Mike McCarthy with 1. Jason Garrett is with 2. Number 1 seed as a Cowboys head coach. Believe it or not, Mike McCarthy 0. Jason Garrett with 1. Now, granted, people can say that, hey, Jason Garrett been here for many a moons, so of course he should have better odds and better numbers. Well, Mike McCarthy been here shorter, and he have more losing seasons than Jason Garrett. Let that sizzle down and sink into your mindset. So with that being said, what you going to do? You're going to give him more money for this results? For these results, you're going to give him more money, more years, more things for Mike McCarthy for these results? I don't know. But there have been storylines and news that states that the Chicago Bears was really having a fake interview. Now, this is kind of like being stood up by a date or being stood up by the girl and say, man, I wasn't liking her anyway, man. I had somebody else in sight. That could be the situation coming out of Chicago. And there's no such thing, in my opinion, as the fake interviews outside of the Rooney Rule when you bring in a brother just to solidify the Rooney Rule, because you want to just make sure that you are in good graces with that rule, but then you already have your head coach in mind. Now, that could be a fake interview.
I like Mike McCarthy personally.
Right.
But it's time to get a different voice. And this voice would be a great voice. And Dallas has what Mike Vrabel believes he needs to succeed. He has a great working relationship with the Joneses, Mike Vrabel does. And he wants...
And when he say Mike Vrabel got a great relationship with the Joneses, it's been reported that Stephen Jones and Mike Vrabel are cool. They was on the competition committee together, so they worked together in some capacity outside of football too on another business deal. So that could be a situation there. Now, with Jerry Jones hands-on, I think that could clash. I think that Jerry Jones like more of the puppet type of coaches. I think that Stephen Jones don't give a dog about the coaches to that degree. I think that once Jerry Jones tastes the dirt or see the dirt or get under the dirt, I think that will be a situation and scenario that you would see different lines of coaches. Because keep in mind, Stephen Jones only care about the money and these sorts of things. He don't really have to be into the spotlight. So yeah, if Mike Vrabel is cool, it'll be a situation whereas Stephen Jones would love to have him because that's where their relationship is at. On top of that, man, they got Joy Taylor over here dressed up like a Pentecostal now. They got her covered up. Boy, she rolled up into a blanket now. She got everything covered all the way up since those allegations for the nation. She ain't showing no tatas. Not at all, not at all. But neither here nor there. Let's listen to more of what Mike got to say about Mike.
It's a quarterback, and Dak Prescott is there. Dallas needs discipline, He can bring that discipline. He has the experience. He's been a coach of the year, and I think he works well with the players. Guys like Michael Parsons and all those guys, they will love him. So I do like that option, if that option is there. Absolutely. And he said 100%. I hope Jerry is 100% talking with him if he's 100% interested. And we don't have another one of them Derrick Henry situations where Vrabel would say later on, after going somewhere else, tearing up and having a great season, saying, I would have come to Dallas for less. Don't want to see that again. So make sure we're poking around.
Mike will get anybody in Dallas but McCarthy.
Well, Mike McCarthy don't really like the idea of Mike McCarthy coming back. And I don't blame him. He's looking for something new. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this could be a situation and scenario that if Michael Irving is right, then Mike Vrabel reportedly would 100% take the head coaching job for the Cowboys. Would be a great thing. So let's get this all together and let's see how this thing can all unfold from here. I know we want to see offense and all of this other stuff, but he's talking about disciplinarian. He's talking about if you can't go get a Bill Belichick, get a Bill Belichickian, who is Mike Vrabel. He was once coach of the year, and he still have some of those ways. I do like the way that Michael Irvin breaks it down that Mike Vrabel, he may not be a Super Bowl head coach, but he won Super Bowls as a player, and that counts a lot as it relates to this whole coaching cycle.
Everybody will throw out, well, Mike McCarthy has won a Super Bowl. Mike Vrabel has won Super Bowls. He knows what it's like to be a champion player. Mike McCarthy has coached. I think Dallas need more of a player's voice talking to their players right now. Somebody has walked that walk.
It makes more
sense. And not just somebody talking that talk. Somebody that says, I know what it takes and what kind of team you have to be from the locker room, not what kind of team you have to be from the front office or from the head coaching position. That's why I like Vrabel's voice in that locker room.
No doubt. So Michael Irvin likes the Mike Vrabel's voice in the locker room coming from that aspect that he absolutely won Super Bowls as a player, not as a coach, but as a player, and that will pay dividends in the particular room because he can go straight up to the table and lay those rings out and say, hey, this is what I was able to do as a player, and I've been in your shoes. There's no shortcut to success. These are the things that we have to get done, and by him being able to do that, it will be able to translate to the boys that's here, and hopefully we can get things rocking and rolling. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below. DC for life, not for short. Let's get it. Peace.